Welcome to Cappadocia, a land of hot air balloons, cave hotels, and breathtaking scenery. We spent 3 days in this scenic part of Turkey, so come along as we show you everything that Cappadocia has to offer, from staying in a cave hotel to hiking the valleys and waking up at 5 a.m. for the famous hot air balloons. On our first day, we flew into Cappadocia from Istanbul and checked into our hotel. We stayed at the Traveller's Cave Hotel in Gourmet. We began our first day with a hike, exploring the Rose Valley and the Red Valley. We walked to the start point of the hike from Gourmet, but you can also drive there. We started by walking through the Rose Valley, where you can see many unique rock formations, known as fairy chimneys. The Red and Rose Valleys get their names from the pink and red hue of the rocks. After walking into the valley for a while, you'll have to climb uphill to reach the top of the Rose Valley, where you are rewarded with panoramic views of the fairy chimneys. From here, you descend into the Red Valley. There's a small cafe here that sells pomegranate juice and coffee. This spot is also popular for sunset. When you're in the Red Valley, don't miss this church that we saw. There's a bridge you need to cross to get into it, and it's pretty cool inside. There's also tunnels and beautiful views to keep you occupied on this part of the walk. In the afternoon, we opted to go for an ATV ride. This is a popular activity to do, and you can get your cave hotel to book it for you. Our tour took us to a viewpoint over the Love Valley, which was beautiful and a good place to take photos. We then drove back to the Rose Valley for sunset, which was also stunning. For dinner, we went to the Nazar Borek and Cafe restaurant. It's a bit far from central Gourmet, but the food is still worth it, and so are the views of Gourmet lit up at night. On day 2, we woke up to enjoy breakfast at our hotel. We were then picked up by our tour company to go on the green tour. There are 2 main tours in Cappadocia, the red and the green. The first stop of the green tour was the Kaymakli underground city. The city was built in the 7th and 9th century BC for protection against invaders. The city is huge, and it's fun to explore it and learn about the different rooms and the history of it from your tour guide. We then drove towards the Ihlara Valley to reach our next stop, which was the Salem Monastery. It was built between the 8th and 9th century as a place for Christians to worship. The view from the monastery is stunning. Be sure to walk around the monastery and explore all the rooms, and take in the view as well, which is beautiful. Our next stop was the Ihlara Valley itself. The first thing we did there was stop for lunch, where we had tomato soup and rice. The Ihlara Valley is one of the deepest canyons in the world, and it stretches 14 kilometers long. Here, we climbed up some steps to visit a church that was carved into the valley, and the inside of it was beautiful. Next, we visited a viewpoint above Pigeon Valley, which was a great lookout point. From here, we could see Uchar Castle. Our last stop on the green tour was the Gourmet panoramic viewpoint, which is a great place to take photos and take in the view of Cappadocia's fairy chimneys. For dinner that night, we headed out to the old Cappadocia restaurant. The dish we wanted to try was the testi kebab, also known as pottery kebab. The food is cooked inside the pot on your own table. After dinner, we headed back to our hotel to end our second day. On the third day, we woke up excited for what would no doubt be the highlight of our trip. Riding a hot air balloon over Cappadocia is a bucket list experience for many people, and we were so excited. We were picked up by the tour company at 5 a.m. before we drove to our hot air balloon. On our way to the takeoff site, we could already see hot air balloons outside in the sky, and the sight was truly magical. Before we knew it, our hot air balloon took off and we were in the sky. Seeing the valleys of Cappadocia beneath us and all of the other hot air balloons in the sky around us was truly breathtaking. The ride is around an hour, but it feels very short, so make the most of it, enjoy the view and take some photos. There's a chance that your hot air balloon ride might get cancelled or postponed, like ours did on our first morning in Cappadocia, due to bad weather like rain or wind. So make sure to plan more than one morning in Cappadocia so that you don't miss out on this experience. When we landed, there were medals and beverages for everyone to enjoy. We booked our hot air balloon through Royal Balloons. After the hot air balloon, we were dropped back at our hotel while we waited to be picked up by our guide for the Red Tour. The first stop was Uchisar Castle, thought to be built in the 7th century. We walked around for a while and our tour guide explained to us the history of the castle. The rock formations here are so unique, and you can even go inside, where there are holes for pigeons as they were used as messengers at the time. Our second stop of the day was Gourmet Open Air Museum, which contains some of Cappadocia's best and most beautiful cave churches. The Open Air Museum was recognised as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1985. Unfortunately, we were not allowed to take photos or videos inside the churches themselves, but the view on the outside is also quite beautiful. Next, we made a brief stop at the Love Valley viewpoint. This is a good place to take photos, as there are benches and hearts that serve as great backdrops. After this, we went to Devrent Valley, also known as Imagination Valley, which is full of unique rock formations, many of which are said to resemble animal shapes, such as this one here, which resembles a camel. This was one of my favourite valleys in Cappadocia, and it was very fun walking through the rock formations and trying to spot animals. Our last stop of the day and our trip to Cappadocia was Pasabag Valley, which is more commonly known as Monk's Valley. Here, you can get up close to the mushroom-shaped fairy chimneys, from where you can really see how tall and large they are. While we were here, we decided to climb up to the top of a hill to see the fairy chimneys from the top. After this, we were dropped back to our hotel, bringing us to the end of our Cappadocia vacation. I hope you enjoyed joining us on our adventure in this video, and if you did, make sure to support the channel by leaving a like and subscribing. There are many more videos to follow, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.